Okay, let's get started with our Demogorgon costume. What you're gonna need is some acrylic paint, and here I have white, black, gray, and red. These were things I had laying around the house, so it was easy to do. You want to get some paintbrushes. I found these at Walmart, and a palette where you can do some mixing. You want to get something to draw on. So I got this at a thrift store, and I used it for my son. Although it is a girl's clothing, you want it to fit tight, and I did have to sew a hoodie on it, so if you can find one with a hoodie, that's better. So the images that I found on Google are the images that I wanted to represent on the clothing, so they were paintings. Here I started to stencil out the body and what I wanted it to look like, first using the white, then putting down the black, and then the gray, just shading that in, and then putting in the red for that blood look. Next, we're going to do the arms, and we have cardboard in the arms, stretching out the material, making it easier to paint. Doing the white first, then the gray, the black, and then adding the red. And you can mix the black with the red, making different colors, and just blending it. You just keep blending it until it looks like what you want it to look like. I let this sit and dry overnight, and then I added some more detail to it later. Once it was dry, I started to do the back, and as you can see, I was drawing it out. I did it with pin, and you can see that the white was still showing that pin, but once you added the black and the gray, it does cover it up. And so the shirt does go over the bottom, so I did add the bottom to the shirt and to the pants. So just doing the same technique, adding the white first, then the gray, adding the black strokes with the red, blending it in, and it comes out really good and making it look smooth. The head part, it helped to use a balloon to paint over it and make those brush strokes. So the teeth. Let's make those teeth. First, I had to measure his head to make sure we had enough. We needed 5 to go around. So cutting out a stencil here, measuring it to the length, making sure that the 5 would fit around his head. So what we're going to do next is get the felt. We need 2 colors, the red and the gray. The red will be in the front, gray will be in the back. And we're going to utilize as much as we can by folding it in half. And here you'll get 2 pieces out of that. And so you just need 1 per mouth link. And use your pins, holding it down so that way when you cut it, it stays straight and doesn't move anywhere. And then the next step would be getting this into the sewing machine. Next, we're going to do some simple sewing here. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can use a hot glue gun, and that will work as well. The next part here is putting in the garden wire so that way it can move up easily, and also some foam, project foam, to protect the child with that garden wire on its head. And so I'm just going to close it off by using hot glue gun, and it worked really well. So now let's start doing the teeth. So now let's get some white felt. We're going to get this thread and use that for the circle. It turned out to be a perfect size, and we're going to cut this circle into 4s. And the little pieces you see there, we're gonna turn them into like a ice cream cone, and use a hot glue gun to just roll them up. You want to be careful and not burn your fingers. It can be a little difficult to roll these little tiny cones, but you want to have 20 per fang. I also added velcro. I wanted to be able to take it off of the hoodie, and so I did put the other piece inside of the hoodie so you wouldn't be able to see it. I really had fun making this, and I hope you do too.
Hi, baby. What are you?
I'm a Demogorgon.
A Demogorgon. From what? Where's that from?
I'm strangerthings.
Ooh, let me see. Turn around. Whoa, check that out. Check it out. Who made your costume?